Okay, so move on na tayo doon, no, sa outside the church there is no salvation kasi yun nga yung mga negatives, no. Now, ito yung pinaka paborito ko. Not paborito na ito'y maganda, but ito yung talagang napakalaking bad influence ng Bible ay yung Christian anti-Semitism. Alam mo yun about Christian anti-Semitism dyan?
Ay, okay.
Yung
Anti-Semitism, okay.
Yung the charge of deicide, Christ killers, yung mga Jew. Kasi ito kasi yung New Testament kasi ito yung nagamit nila na basis kung saan sinasabi nila nga deserving talaga mamatay ang mga Jew kasi nga sabi dito sa First Thessalonians, no. So sa mga viewers diyan at pakitingnan na rin ang inyong Bible para ma-confirm yung sinasabi ko in First Thessalonians sa verse ko, chapter 2 verse 14. Sabi dito, for you brothers, sabi ni Paul dito sa mga taga Thessalonica, sabi niya, for you brothers became imitators of the churches of God in Christ Jesus that are in Judea. For you suffered the same things from your own countrymen as they did from the Jews. And who are these Jews? Sabi dito sa verse, those Jews who killed both the Lord Jesus and the prophets and drove us out and displaced God and opposed all mankind by hindering us from speaking to the Gentiles that they might be saved. So as always to fill up the measure of their sins, but God's wrath has come upon them at last. Diba? Ito yung talaga napaka-anti-Semitic na verse sa New Testament. Kasi nga, the Jewish people they are the killers of Jesus and they displace God, meaning hindi sila gusto ng Diyos. Talagang may malaking galit na ang Diyos sa kanila.
From the special sila na mga race to na-display sila. Parang ganun.
Na-displace na sila. Parang talagang sukang-suka na ang Diyos sa kanilang ginagawa. And they also kill Jesus. Kasi sabi doon sa Matthew chapter 27, another verse for very high anti-Semitic na verse is itong nasa Matthew chapter 27 verse 25. Kasi sabi dito sa verse 25, ito yung time na na-crucify na si i-crucify na si Jesus. And then si Pilate, sabi niya, anong masasabi niyo sa taong ito? Crucify him, crucify him. Pero wala siyang kasalanan. Wala siyang kasalanan, sorry. So, ini-insist na, crucify him kasi nagkasala siya ng usurpation kasi nga, tawag dito, yung gusto mong ikaw na yung pumalit sa king. Kasi may king na sila nung time na yun si Emperor Augustus nung time na yun. Si panahon ni Caligula. Nakalimutan ko yung sino yung Roman Emperor dito, but hindi si Augustus meron na silang emperor, si Caesar yung tawag nila, Caesar. Si Jesus naman, gusto niyang maging king. So ang tawag doon ay parang usurpation of authority. May exact term yan, nakalimutan ko. Na-mention ko yan sa unang video natin.
Na-mention mo na.
Okay, so ito yung sabi nila. Then sabi ng mga Jewish people, so when Pilate saw that he was gaining nothing but rather that a riot was beginning, he took a water and washed his hand before the crowd, saying, I am innocent of this man's blood. See it to yourself. So sabi niya, ito wala akong kasalanan.
Hugas kamay.
Sabi niya, hugas kamay. And sabi ng mga Hudyo, and all the people answered, his blood be upon us and our children. So, sino ang guilty sa pagkamatay ni Jesus? Inako ng mga Jew. Kasalanan namin yan. So, wala kang kasalanan. Alam namin, Pilate.
Parang kinurse pa nila ang sarili nila.
I-blame mo sa amin yung kasalanan. Kasi kami talaga yung responsible.
Even our sons and daughters, parang ganun pa.
Our children in the future, sabi nila. So, sabi nga ni Hitler, no? These people are deserving to die because anak pa sila ng mga unang Jew na meet ni Jesus, and then they're saying na let his blood be upon us and our children. So kayo children pa rin kayo . So deserving din kayo mamatay. Kasi nga, napakalaking kasalanan na gawa niyo.
Hindi ako sure, pero na-justify ba yan ni Hitler? Nagamit ba yan?
Nagamit niya ni Hitler. Sabi niya, yung anti-Semitism niya about Jew is based on this sinabi dito sa verse na ito. And also in John chapter 8 verse 44, where it says that the Jew are the sons of the devil.
Grabe. Okay.
So they're the devil themselves because they're the son of the devil, di ba? So devils din sila.
May mga nagse-circulate kasi na parang binabrand nila si Hitler as an atheist, kaya ganun siya ka masama. Do you hear that kind of na atheist ko na daw si Hitler? Kaya nagawa niya yung karumal-dumal na pagpatay ng mga atheists.
Usually yung attack ng mga apologists, halimbawa pag nakadebate nila si Christopher Hitchens, sina Richard Dawkins, sino pa yung mga atheists, sabi nila, yung basis nyo ng morality about atheism, sa ato pa, ibig nyo sabihin, yung morality ni Hitler, yun din yung morality nyo kasi atheist din si Hitler, yun, so yun yung defense nila. But some atheists who are very informed sa history, they are able to correct those mistakes. And some of those apologists would say that, yeah, I made a mistake. Yung debate ni Dan Barker at saka ni Bat Kyle, na sabi doon na si Hitler ay atheist, sabi niya, no, it's a mistake, Kyle. Come on. Mag-aral ka muna. Mag-aral ka muna. Kasi nga, si Hitler nung time ng, talagang he is glorified sa church, sa Catholic Church. Kasi yung Catholic Church at yung Nazi Germany, meron silang marang collaboration sila. At even ang birthday ni Hitler ay being celebrated in the church. So how come he's an atheist? When his birthday is being celebrated in the church, and the church also supporting the efforts of Hitler and his regime, na talagang mapakanker yung lahat ng mga Jewish businesses, maipatayo yung Nuremberg laws kung saan ipinagbawal na talaga yung lahat ng mga Jewish affairs, kagaya ng pag-aasawa ng mga Hudyo, at yung pagtatayo ng business. At nagsimula yung Kristallnacht, yung pagbabasag ng lahat ng mga salamin doon sa mga tindahan ng mga Hudyo at mga synagogues, burning synagogues. So, bakit synagogues yung birada, di ba? Bakit synagogue yung tinira ng mga Nazis? It's because it's the order of the church, kasi alam nila the Jewish people are against Christ. They don't believe in Jesus. So, yeah, pasukin na yan kasi naman yan works of the devil naman yan kasi anak ng mga diablo yan. They don't place God anymore. They kill Jesus. And ito'y napakalaking crime against humanity where Pope John Paul II, if I'm not mistaken, has the courage to apologize publicly sa lahat ng mga nagawa nila throughout the history, throughout the Christian anti-Semitism na nagsimula dito sa pag-create ng New Testament. Kasi nga, if ito history muna tayo ng konti dyan, ito kasing Christianity, there's no one brand of Christianity in the first century. As I mentioned sa ilan natin mga videos, there's no one type of Christianity. Just like now, na meron tayong mga iba't ibang Christianities. They're all claiming to be Christians. The Protestant, the Catholics, and all other quasi-Christian organizations in our countries. They're distinct, but they're all claiming to be Christians. In the ancient times, back in the first century and the second and third centuries, some Christians also are having different theology, they have different teachings. Pero merong isang Christian na naging institutionalize siya, parang naging state religion siya. Kaya ito na yung Christianity alam natin, At yun nga, ang mga Christian na yun, meron silang disagreement. So, itong author ng Christian na alam natin ngayon, they're against the Christians who are the Jewish Christian, against sila sa Jewish Christian. Itong Christian na alam natin ngayon.
Okay.
The Christian who brought us the Bible. Okay, para i-emphasize natin na there is a group of Christian that brings us this Bible that we have now. And there are other Jewish Christian who disagrees with them. And what they are doing is they are writing things against those Jewish Christians to make them look bad, no? To make them look bad. So, kaya yung ibang mga arguing and bickering nun sa time na yun na isulat sa Bible at isa itong mga verses na ito. That's why these Christians are this portion of the Bible is really against the Jews. Why they're against the Jews? If you're going to look at it, if you're going to realize it, bakit merong mga ganitong verse? If the Jewish people are chosen ones, the chosen people of God, why is it that he is against this Jewish, his chosen people now? Bakit against na siya? So you come to realize na ito ay dumaan ng mga sa tao, dumaan ito sa tao. So these people responsible of the writing sa New Testament, they are the ones na deciding what to write in it, diba? So ito yung nangyari. At ito mga Christian na to, meron silang disagreement sa mga Christian na ito. Kasi merong mga Ebionites, merong mga Christian na ang kanilang parang teacher na sinusunod ay si John the Baptist, ganun. So ito yung mga disagreements doon at ang iba ay nasulat sa Bible. Okay. Nasulat sa Bible yung ibang mga sinasabi na. So the reason na nabasa natin ito ngayon because ito yung product ng kanilang disagreement. And this anti-Semitic na mga statement ay kinopya ng mga church leaders sa other generations, other centuries, down to our time, down to the time of Hitler. At yun nga, nagkalilitsi-litsi na yung buhay.
Curious lang ako. Bakit hindi siya parang highlight sa Christianity na we are to hate Jews? Parang mas hate pa natin yung Muslims. Growing up as a typical na Kristiyano dito sa Pinas, why is it that we don't have that kind of hate towards the Jewish people? Bakit parang hindi siya tinuturo sa church? Ako, growing up in a Catholic setting, hindi ako aware.
Nung Catholic pa tayo, nung Catholic pa ako, meron na tayong konting medyo seryoso tayo ng konti sa ating pagka-Catholic. Meron akong konting idea about Jew kasi nga yung typical na Judas, yung term na Judas. Mga Jewish yan eh. Jewish yan yung hindi yan as a one person na Judas yung pangalan. Pag sinabing Judas ka talaga, pag sinabing Judas ka talaga, yung ibig sabihin parang kang Hudyo. Hudyo kang bataa ka, Hudyo kang tawhana ka. So, yun na, parang nafe-feel natin na sila yung mga masasamang
baka iba lang yun siguro, upbringing Jorim, pero ikaw, aware ka na you have to parang automatic na defensive ka towards the Jews. Except that except that Pilipinas kasi tayo, hindi tayo exposed to yung mga ganong klaseng tao. Judaism na belief, wala naman tayo dito, di ba? Sa Pilipinas, hindi naman tayo multicultural, polo na naman tayo mga Pinoy dito na iba-iba lang yung religion. So, lumaki ako na parang iba yung, parang may divide talaga between the Muslims and the Christians. Maybe because Muslims are in the same location as the Christians are. Siguro that's the reason. Hindi biblical na reason why parang may division between the Muslims and the Christians, but something to do with the current na parang atmosphere ng lugar, di ba, na and then isa pa, opposite kayo ng hindi, not opposite, but iba yung God nila, iba yung prophet nila, iba din yung view nila sa God mo and sa Jesus mo. But I wasn't aware na may mga ganun pala na na direkta towards the Jews. I wasn't aware na ganun. So hindi ko feel yung parang hatred towards the Jew. Isa pa, 'di ba, inaccept natin yung may history tayo, 'di ba, na yung mga may tinago tayong mga Jews dito sa Pinas.
noong 1945.
Di ba? Na malaking pasasalamat ng sa atin, di ba? And yung parang general atmosphere din natin is we are pro-Jewish. Hindi ka ba parang
No, nung ako naging Protestant na noon sa Church of Christ. Every Sunday meron tayong halimbawa pag nagbabasa kami ng Gospels. Iba kasi yung naturuan lang tayo kasi sa Catholic Church hindi naman tayo parang i-encourage na magbasa. Nakikinig lang naman tayo doon ng katunganga at ganyan. Pero pag nasa Protestant arena ka na kasi nasa atmosphere ka na ng mga Protestant where we are really reading the Bible.
Okay.
From cover to cover.
Okay.
There are times when we talk about the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, mami-mention talaga yung mga Jews and then there a disagreement with Jesus. Kasi yung mga Jews doon, yung mga Pharisee, yung mga Sadducees, sila kasi yung mga kontrabida sa story di ba?
So, I see. Nabanggit talaga sa inyo, Jorim, na mga kontrabido sila. Hindi ako dumaan actually. Hindi ako, parang sabi mo nga, we're not told to read the Bible and tinuro lang yung Bible sa akin. Hindi siya na-mention. Never, wala akong memory na parang naging antagonist yung mga Jew. Never ako. Wala. Unaware ako na antagonist pala sila sa Bible. So, ang weird na either nakalimutan ko na or
kasi minsan pa problema kasi sa Catholic Church. Ewan ko lang dyan sa inyo pero dito sa amin, pag nasasalita yung pare, hindi naririnig yung isa my son.
Mas may echo-echo pa.
Ang inyong sa Ginoo, mamugon kita. Hindi mo masyado hindi malinaw di ba?
Hindi, pinapatulog ka lang kasi may echo pa. Ang ganda may echo pa yung boses. So, talagang hindi naman lahat, may mga engaging naman na pare. I've been to church, may mga gusto naman akong pare na very entertaining to listen to. Pero majority talaga pinapatulog ka lang. Sarap ng matulog.
Pero sa Protestant talaga, bibigyan ka ng Biblia. Ito, Biblia mo yan, basahin mo yan. So doon mo talaga makikita, mga kontrabida talaga itong mga Parisiyong ito, mga Sadduceyong ito. So meron ka ng sa mga Jew na talagang they are displeasing God kasi nga they're against Jesus di ba? Pero pag nag-aral ka naman ng history, makikita natin na one-sided kasi nga the ones who are talking in the writings are yung side lang ni Jesus o yung side lang ng writer. So how about the side of the Pharisees, the Sadducees? Bakit nila nasabi yung mga sinasabi nila, di ba? So hindi natin alam. So doon na nagkakaroon na tayo ng adjustment sa ating understanding. But typically pag nasa ka, you really hate the Jew kasi nga
I'm not aware. I will talk about that sa wife ko and ask her kung may ganun din siyang view kasi Catholic din siya.
Okay. So, yun na yung malaki, kasi ito yung naging Nazi propaganda na rin na i-justify nila yung kanilang the slaughter of the Jews, yung tinatawag na the final solution. Na, by the way, napanood mo yung movie about the Operation Finale? Maganda yun, yung hinuli nila yung the architect of the final solution.
Anong title?
Operation Finale.
Marami na akong napanood na movie na about tawag doon ng HHH, anong name niya? Si the architect.
Himmler?
Hindi ko ma-pronounce yung name niya.
Hindi, yung architect si Adolf Eichmann. Yung chief architect ng
I see.
Final Solution.
I see. Operation Finale ito?
Operation Finale.
2018.
Maganda yan.
Sige.
Maganda yan. So about yan sa paghuli kay Adolf Eichmann. So yun nga. Pero merong justification yung mga Nazi bakit nila nagawa yan. Sabi nila, we are all animals. And some animals have bigger teeth. So, it's normal na kasi kami yung may malaking teeth, kayo yung hindi. So, wala kayong magagawa. Yung sinabi niya. Panoorin mo yung movie, talaga may enjoy mo.
Yeah.
Grabe, no?
I mean,
meron sila mga justification.
Yung mga ganong klaseng justification, it makes sense if you are emotionally driven or angry at the world. Pero if you want to apply that kind of thinking as a whole, like sa natin, like I deserve to kill you because I have longer fangs than you have. Who would want to live in that kind of, di ba? Society.
Mahirap.
Diba? There's a prey.
Parang nasa parang nasa animal kingdom.
I mean, yung evolution nga natin as a Homo sapien, we tried so hard to remove ourselves from the kingdom and tawag doon sa wild, di ba? We try to move out from that kind of setting kasi hindi kaya. We would always be hiding in caves kasi ang daming predators for us, so we distance ourselves. And here you are now na yung mga ganung klaseng thinking na you deserve to die because may mga predators pa din within our own species. So yeah.
So hindi ibig sabihin sa mga misconception about atheism na we are saying that we are all animals. Hindi ibig sabihin na tayo ay pag nakikita tayo na hinahabol natin, tapos pinapatay natin. But we try to outgrow our animal.
Exactly. Yun yung misconception, di ba? Na we are all animals. Doesn't mean we go out and act like animals na pumapatay, kumakain ng mga kung ano-ano, or we are like them, but we try to, yung word mo, yung keyword mo is to outgrow our natural instinct, di ba? We among ourselves decide ano yung okay para sa atin at ano yung mga natural na dapat na nating i-shed off kasi it would only damage us. So, misconception, tama. Good thing na na-mention mo. So, misconception, we as an atheist, we consider ourselves as among the animals. We're not special over them. We are not complex over them. We are just in the same level with them. Pero we decide na yun nga, outgrow.
So, yun nga so ito yung mga ibang examples ng mga verses kung saan nagamit ito to justify killings, to justify their anti-Semitic. But it's sad to say na meron pa nga yung mga anti-Semitic. Marami ngayon meron pa mga anti-Semitic. Meron pa nga mga neo-Nazi sa Amerika, yung mga Hitler, mga ganun-ganon.
Sa Amerika pa.
Sa Amerika pa talaga na wala naman silang.
I mean, Americans defeated di ba?
Sila ngayon kumalaban doon sa mga Nazi, tapos sila pa ngayon yung naging promoter. Putang ina naman talaga.
Grabe. Sila pa yung problem ngayon sa racism, di ba?
Habang ang mga Germans ay talagang hiyang-hiya sa nagawa nila sa history. Tapos yung mga American, Hitler, putang ina.
Di ba?
Tas
makakalimutin kasi tayo.
It's very amazing na meron din mga
Pinoy.
Pilipino.
Yeah. And you would think that you are the prey among hindi ka wolf. You are the rabbit. You a Filipino. You're not a master race. How are you a Nazi? You are brown.
May mga Pilipino pa nagsabi na yung mga pinatay ni Hitler hindi naman mga Hudyo yun.
Isa din 'yan.
Yung mga ganung mga reasoning. Na may mga anti-Semitic din na mga Pinoy. Yeah. Okay, so before tayo maging emotional dito kasi yung talagang yung anti-Semitism pinag-aralan ko yan ng napakahabang panahon. Before pa ako naging atheist, I already studied about anti-Semitism kasi may leanings ako toward Judaism noon may leaning ako nung time na yon. Naging Noahide ako. Kaya
from the diba, typical Christian to Noahide, diba, during parang doon dapat yung leaning mo towards them.
Kaya alam ko to, pinag-aralan ko to, marami na akong books dito, mga videos na marami. Kaya kahit ngayon atheist ako, I'm still meron akong sympathy towards the Jewish people kasi they're just humans like us.
I mean, there's no reason for you to wala naman talagang any reason for you to do genocide. Let's just say na they are all stupid, they're all dumb, they are all magnanakaw. Like the way we see other nations right now, the way we are being racist toward other nations, diba? Some of us are racist toward other people. But hindi kasi yung justification to erase them from this planet eh. Walang rason to kill just because of their race, just because of their beliefs, just because of their non-beliefs. Hindi kasi yun basehan para walang basis talaga to kill. Even if you know that even if there are statistics out there that, let's say, Filipinos are mga magnanakaw talaga, majority ng Pinoy. Hindi yun rason eh. Hindi yun rason ito.